Okay. Tomorrow is our first day of grafting.
Yay!
Yay! The crew says yay. Jesse and Celine are going to do the grafting tomorrow. And we're just setting up some cell builders today. I think we're going to do 5 or 6 today. This is our 2 breeder queens right here that we've chosen. They're both artificially inseminated Caucasian queens from Shabu Raj at Two Rivers Honey, or the Two River Queens, I can't remember. Over there near Nashville, Brentwood, Tennessee. He does a good job. And all of these colonies are scheduled to be cell builders over the next few weeks. We're going to pick out the strongest ones today and use those. These 2 over here, actually there's 3 over here, they're pretty good also. So we've been waiting for this for a month or 2. Glad to be getting to it. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we're looking for the very strongest ones. I think this one will do fine. Got to find the queen, isolate her in the box above. I can put a link at the end of this video on the whole process. I'm just going to hit the highlights here. Finding the queen, we're going to isolate her above, make the bottom half broodless with a double screen board in between, and that's where our grafted cells will go tomorrow. So this one looks pretty stout too. I think this one will work. Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. I dare say looking for queens is Selena's favorite pastime, right, Selena? Yeah. Say that with a little bit of sarcasm. This one is set up, ready to graft into tomorrow. I'm feeding it today. Queen's up here in this upper box. Jessie will put a double screen board on there and separate her from the bottom so that the bottom will know that it is queenless and be ready for grafted cells tomorrow. It has been raining all day long, and I am sure glad we have this roof so the crew could work under here, setting up cell builders and grafting today. Would have been a little bit miserable if we had to do this in the rain. The temperatures never got out of the low 50-degree Fahrenheit range, and it's been wet all day long. Building this roof is paying off. I'm glad we did it. Everything went well for the first day grafting of the season. We did about 225 cells. Hopefully they'll turn out good. It's just getting started. We'll be doing this once a week for probably 3 months. Well, we're here at Jack's property, my next door neighbor Jack. Small bee yard. It's one of our smallest. It's capable of holding 24. Looks like we got about 20-ish in here right now. It's an eerie, foggy morning. Sun's going to break through any moment now. I'm sure the bees will be really happy to see us this morning. It's wet, it's cool, and we have no choice. We just got to do it. So I think there's a lot of bees here. Hopefully we won't get stung up too much. Another yard to split. We've already sold some bees out of this yard, sold some singles a couple of weeks ago. And today we're going to split them down to appropriate single to sell, take all the rest of the assets and make nukes with it. So we're going to make nukes and have the bottom box left to sell next week. Looks like there's plenty of bees in the boxes. Okay, back to check our cell builders after 1 day. We're reversing them today. We did 45 cells in each one. And see what kind of take we got.
Let's see what kind of take we got.
So we just reversed the boxes, put a queen excluder in between. Queen's now downstairs, and we're going to check the grafting frame, see what we got.
Alright. Let's see.
They're just little bitty buttons at this point.
Looks like maybe one.
One dud?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good start. Hopefully the rest are like that. So you can see there's lots of bees in this thing, and that's the key to making good queen cells. One of the keys.
And don't stress them.
Don't stress them. no robbing, no pounding, no skunks. So Selena just checked the top box with the queen to make sure there's no rogue cells, some mischief up there. And of course that box right there with the grafted frame needs to be checked for rogue cells in case we missed an egg or a larva in there. It only takes one to screw up the works.
You want me to pull the other one back so you keep track of it? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's my marker.
One missing? Okay, that's good. And then she'll reverse those boxes and put a queen excluder in the middle. The queen will now be on the bottom. The grafted cells will be on the top. And I know to some it sounds odd that they will finish those cells, but they do, and they do them quite nicely. And again, if anybody's interested in this method that we use for raising queen cells, I'll put a link at the end of this video for our How We Produce Queens video, which has been very popular. Shockingly so. I didn't expect it to get as many views as it does. I just looked a couple of days ago, it's up to 360,000 or something. That's kind of seems bizarre to me, but I'm okay with it. That's as simple as that. No fuss, no muss. Come back next. Let's see, today is Wednesday. We crafted yesterday on a Tuesday. We'll come back next Tuesday or Wednesday and take the sealed cells out, put them in an incubator, and hold them in an incubator until Friday, the day that we need to spread them out. And these are scheduled to hatch next Friday night, Saturday day, something like that. Missing one. Okay.
Just missing one.
Oh, 100%. Good. A lot of times we're not nosy at this point. We just leave them alone and don't bother them, which is best. But we really kind of want to know what we might be working with next week.
One. Looks like one.
One. Okay. It's a good take. Now that doesn't mean that 100% of the ones that are here will be there a week from now, but we know we got a lot of cells. If something doesn't go wrong, we should have plenty. We grafted 225 if I did my math right, so hopefully we'll have 200 or more. Should. Good take. Good start for the season. Alright, this is one of the reasons I like to put green drone frames in my colonies, and dedicated drone frames. The colony that this came out of did not have a place to rear drones, so they made their own. They actually, last year, this is a brand new comb from last year, and you can see how they just took a corner of it and carved it out into drone brood. And what happens is that the frame right next to it can no longer rear brood because they're too close together. This is now a concave effect, so it kind of makes the brood nest inefficient. I know a lot of people don't care about that. Perhaps I'm being a bit anal about it, but that's one of the reasons I like to give the colonies a place to rear drones, so they don't run up areas in our brood nests and kind of mess up our really good worker colonies. This is one of those dedicated drone frames I was talking about. This one is from Pierco. Acorn, I think, makes them. Man Lake. There's several manufacturers, and it's a dedicated drone cell. And if you give one of those to every colony, you might still have them creating mischief in some of your other comb, but it'll be minimal. It won't be quite as dramatic as if they have no place to rear drones at all. Turn that over, let's look at the other side. And they really laid this thing solid. So if they've got a frame like that to rear drones in, you won't have as much of your good worker comb messed up with drone brood. Okay, we're using our banding machine to get these things ready to travel. Let's look under this lid, Seth. So we put this screen on top of these singles because we don't know how people are going to handle them when they pick them up tomorrow morning. This is just metal window screen. I wouldn't use fiberglass. The metal works best. 1-inch rim, 3/4 inch blocks on the corners, and that'll hold. Now we can look at the lid. It holds the lid up, so there's lots of air going in under there. And then we'll band that down with the banding machine. This screen and rim has been stapled down with 1.5-inch staples. There's 4 of them in there to keep it from moving, and that should travel nicely no matter what type of vehicle it's getting picked up in. And then we're just setting them back down on the ground where they came from, and then tomorrow morning early we'll sneak up on them and screen the entrances with that 1/8-inch hardware cloth screen right there. We'll staple them down. So we've got a lot going out. Tomorrow is Saturday, and the total number being sold tomorrow is probably about 150 or 60 or so. So it's this selling singles is something I've just started doing, selling singles to the general public like this. We have a lot of demand for bees, and selling singles works too. Cycles equipment, not just frames, so I'm glad to do that too. These are good singles too. There ain't nothing wrong with these singles. Very strong, very good shape. We probably should have 2 of those banding machines. We use it so much. In this business, it seems like you gotta have 2 of everything. In case you lose one, break one, run over one with the truck. I know somebody will ask. These are being sold for $275. Last year's Queen. Used equipment, but in good shape. HDO lid. Bottom board might be HDO, and it might be paraffin dipped plywood.